you're in a situation where you need to replace a thermal fuse, you can buy them online, maybe $5 a piece. You look up the specs and you can get exactly the one that you need. But since you're probably paying for shipping anyway and buying onesie twosies of a part like that, you might as well pay a couple extra dollars and set yourself up for the future by buying a kit, because you don't know what temperatures. Thermal fuses aren't just like all the same. They have different amperage ratings, different temperature ratings, and it kind of matters that you have the right one. And since they are one-time use components, they don't like reset themselves when they break, they need replaced. So if you're finding yourself replacing even just a couple of these, I would recommend, I think I paid $15 for this kit of 85, and they give you a couple of each, which is good, and it's a whole range of temperatures. Okay, so this module came from a dishwasher. It has the spade connectors so that this unit can be replaced without any soldering. Well, in this case, it's a lot cheaper just to buy the bare component itself, which means I need to remove these crimps. And basically, that just involves bending those tabs. And I'll slide that out and just get rid of that whole assembly because I have more spade connectors. I'll have to remove the shrouding. So the one that we're going to be using is the 100 degrees Celsius. These tabs, just have to carefully kind of flatten them. Just like, okay, there's one. How about that? Maybe a little more on this side. Right, so that's one side. Now that I have this off, I can see that they're brazed. There's a little of that copper coloring. So you'll want to crimp these on instead of attempting to solder them, even though the environment that the thermal fuse will be used in is much lower than the temperature that solder melts. Well, that's kind of the thing. If you go about soldering it, you'll actually damage the thermal fuse just in the act of soldering it. So that's why we'll crimp it. So you'll want to use some kind of pliers that have the ability to crimp. You may be able to use regular pliers. Alright, and with that, I'll just put these things back in. With the fuse installed, we can put it back in the dishwasher. Before I install the fuse, let me just show you that, well, the good fuse, the proper function is a closed circuit. 0 ohms, and this is the old fuse. Okay, nothing. So it's physically disconnected on the inside. Go ahead and put it back into the dishwasher. We'll plug it in. Already we can see something we haven't seen before, which is the power lights. I'll just close that up, and as soon as the system sees the doors closed, it'll turn that motor on there. Well, that's a way you can save a lot of money on thermal fuses.